Hey friends and family, this is SP News Nuggets, and thank you guys for showing up. Thank you friends, and thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. We're going to talk about Paighton Houston in Alabama, you guys. She's still missing, but we're going to drop all the information because people in the family want to know what's going on. So I'm going to share with you what I have dug up. Here we go.
$1,000 reward for any information in the case of missing trustful woman Paighton Houston. Governor Kay Ivey is offering $5,000 to match that $5,000 offered by Crime Stoppers for information in her disappearance. Now, it has been 1 week since Paighton went missing.
And she was last seen leaving the Tin Roof Bar in Birmingham. Her family sharing these new pictures with us as they are hopeful and praying she will come home. Alan Collins has the latest from Crime Stoppers and Paighton's family.
The Birmingham Police Department is actively searching for any clues to help locate Paighton Houston. On Good Day, Alabama Friday, her brother talked about how her disappearance has affected the family.
It's been really tough. It's been something that we've had to kind of lean on each other and lean on our faith, and the support of the community is really what's kind of getting us through this right now.
Also on Good Day, the chairman of the board of Crime Stoppers of Metro Alabama, they hope the latest reward offer would lead to a big break in the case.
You'll be totally anonymous. No one will ever ask you to speak to the district attorney. The police will never interview you. You'll be paid a cash reward in as little time as 1 week.
Bearfield adds no one has to be arrested. If your information helps out with the investigation, you will get the reward. The chairman says they're seeing a growing number of missing person cases, and since a number of them are adults, at times it is difficult to determine just what their status is. Meanwhile, Houston says his parents, they continue to hope for the best.
Paighton, we're looking for you. We're not going to stop till we find you. And if you know anything about Paighton or where she is or anything with the investigation, please come forward, drop her off, do whatever. We just need to have my sister back.
Anyone with information about Houston and her disappearance, you're encouraged to contact the Birmingham Police Department here, or Crime Stoppers will have that contact information on our news app.
Search for Paighton Houston. Birmingham police telling us today officers have not found anyone matching the description of two men that she reportedly left the Tin Roof Bar with that night that she disappeared. Now a $10,000 reward for any information in this case. And since she disappeared more than a week ago, that case is drawing major attention on social media, including some conspiracy theory groups. Brittany Dion tonight talking to her family about how they're coping with the social media attention. Brittany.
Yeah, Jonathan, the Houston family says they're well aware of what's being said online. In fact, there have been several theory groups that have been made since Houston's disappearance. These days, social media plays a major role in getting information out during a situation like a missing persons case, especially when there's no alert system currently utilized for missing adults. But not all of that information floating around online is correct or in good taste. A social media expert we spoke to says people generally want to help, but don't realize that what they say could hinder the case and be causing more harm to the victim's family. Houston's brother weighing in on how the family is dealing with comments on social media.
We see everything that's posted on social media, and we see the good and the bad, and we take the good and we hold that to heart, and we appreciate the community's support throughout this. And the bad, we kind of take it and we let it roll off the cuff and move forward, because the good outweighs the bad, and that's kind of the world we live in. We're just have to focus on the good. There's bad out there, but we're going to focus on the good.
Again, the Houston family focusing on the good. They say they do believe she will return home safe. If you happen to have any information about where Paighton Houston could be, you're asked to call police or Crime Stoppers.
Okay, family, I'm going to read a little bit about some of the information that I found. It's not really nothing new, but I'm going to share it with you. It says that the family said it's been really tough. We have to lean on each other in our faith. The support from the community has kind of get us through this right now. And that's what the brother Evan said. You guys, we were in the chat earlier, and someone came out and said that they seen the surveillance camera video, and it does not show two large, huge black men escorting her out the tin roof. And I kind of knew that already, that it was not going to show that. That is why the people were asking for the video. Let's see the video. Well, I haven't found the video showing what they see, but like I said, if you looked at the beginning of this when they started talking, it says that it does not show two black men that she's leaving with willingly. Now, it's not unheard of that when something like this of a tragedy happens, that you want to first identify the race of a person, and then once you identify the race of a person, then you start identifying the gender. And then once you identify the gender, then you can start looking for particular people that fits that criteria. Well, when you have a case like this where it was said it was two black men that she left willingly with, and now that the video or the surveillance that they're saying does not show that, that tells me that maybe something else happened to this lady. And was she at the tin roof? And if she was at the tin roof, let's see her interact at the tin roof. I'm not saying it is or isn't, but right now the report is saying that it does not show her leaving with two black men. Okay? So I wanted to share that with you because we were talking about it in the chat, you guys, and there's no surveillance that's showing that. I don't see any. And if you guys see it, send it to me and we'll post it up there because we want to know actually what happened to this young lady. Now, to get that false information, that was at the beginning of this whole situation here. That Paighton left willingly with two big black men, and she left willingly, and then she supposedly had texted her friend and said, "I'm in trouble. I don't know who I'm with. But if I text you, please answer your phone." That is what was said. Now, they don't have an Amber Alert out because she is a grown-up and she's not a kid or anything. But we are still looking for Paighton Houston. And then there's you can call 911 or you can call the Birmingham Police Department. And you can actually call Crime Stoppers. And they're not saying that they have to have an arrest. And that's weird to me. They don't have to have an arrest. If you give them information that leads to where she is or where she possibly could have been, that they have some kind of evidence that she's still with us in the living in the year of 2020, then you're still able to get some kind of monetary money for any information. And I think it's like $10,000. You may not get the whole $10,000, but you can get something. So they're looking for this young lady. Now let's see what else they're saying. Here we go. Accordingly to WBRC, authorities did not see Houston on any security footage leaving with two men from the Tin Roof bar in Birmingham. They have not found anyone matching that description, and Williams said it's unclear whether the police spotted Houston on the security footage at all. And a co-worker reportedly said she went to the bar with Houston and friends on December the 20th after they got off work. A friend later contacted Houston family and said she was last seen leaving the bar at around 10:45 p.m. with two heavy-set black males. Houston family then called 911 and relayed the information. So I'm just saying, you guys, all of that could have been a bald-faced lie. This girl could be anywhere. But we're gonna wait and see because they're not showing the two big black men, and I'm just skeptical of this. But you guys be good, be safe, and be nice to each other.